Okay, so I wanted to just show you a little bit about how 4FP high level works, some of what it is that is embedded in this package for you, so that way you can really see what it is that this is can do for your business. So I'm gonna just start from the top and work my way down on this left-hand panel right here and explain each one of the sections. Basically, right here is your easy launch pad where we can connect each one of the different pieces of the system to your sub account, to your license of 4FP high level. And so this actually is mostly taken care of when you get signed on and with the tech call that happens with our onboarding team. We'll make sure to walk you through all of this stuff, and there's also steps that specifically need to happen on your host, whether we use DreamHost, but GoDaddy, Bluehost, SiteGround, whatever you guys, wherever you got your domain purchase from, there's some steps that we'll need to take over there. So with that, let me show you. I'm actually going to come back to the AI agents because that deserves a little bit of in-depth time. So basically we have this customizable dashboard right here, and that we can see like all the different, like this isn't actually totally kept up by me because we're a small team, but there is still a lot going on, and you can also see like all of the different parts of your business. It's pretty great, like how many, like how far your social media posts go, like really like how many, what your ranking is on Google Analytics right here, like all of those sorts of things. So next I want to show you the media storage. So pretty plain and simple. But basically you can have a filing system, and then also all the images in here have their own Google AWS link to them. That means you can actually really use them both everywhere on the platform as well as actually like on other websites if you so choose. The next section that I want to show you is the Conversations tab, which is your unified inbox. And so one of the things you can see here is the little like symbol that goes along with each one of these messages. It could be that someone is coming in from the website, it could be someone's messaging your Facebook page, your Instagram page, wherever, what have you, WhatsApp, doesn't matter. It all ends up getting centralized into this one inbox right here so that you only have to go here to manage all of the different multi-channel, all the different places that you get your digital presence is connected out on the internet. Next, I want to show you the calendars. So in the calendar view, this is synced to my Google Calendar. Got some different things that are in here. We actually have both, the business things. In this view, they're in green, and personal things are actually, yeah, I don't know, different calendars for different reasons. And that you can also basically get, like, there's also this appointment list view where you can just see all the different meetings that are getting scheduled, and a part of what happens with the automations that are pre-built into this versus if you got like high level itself. Our package comes with a whole bunch of pre-done automations as well as reminders, text messages, all of those sorts of things that you're going to want. All of it comes working out of the box, and probably like 1,000 hours worth of work that you get to buy there for like $300. It's a pretty great deal. And then the other thing I wanted to show you in calendars is that basically we have a calendar for, you can actually have different teammates assigned to the calendars. It's all going to sync up with, it doesn't matter whether you use Google, Microsoft, whatever, it will connect, and then it'll actually like make it so that everything's like blocked out on your calendar and all that kind of stuff, and you don't have to have Calendly. This is just embedded in what it is that we're doing right here. Go to the next section, contacts. CRMs are everywhere these days. All it really means is a way to have a list of people that you want to talk to. So this is our CRM section. And really, CRMs are a little bit overused these days. It's really about what is attached to the CRM. And so, like over in Wealthbox, whatever you have for your financial planning software, let's use the right tool for the right job. That is great for client communications and for everything in your prospecting or your audience, your community that isn't coming, isn't necessarily, they don't need to be over in the Wealthbox world. or in your other financial planning CRM world, they should be here. And this is a way that we want you to be able to slice and dice and make it so that you can actually, like, pull up all of your different contacts and be able to use these other tools that I'm sharing with you right now, to see exactly how you want to leverage the list of people that you want to contact. So speaking of which, right here in the opportunities section, you can set up your deal structure however works for you. This is what works for me. We actually also we have all of our different products. So there's actually different like funnels for, like, if you're interested in this product for FP high level, it'll start to trigger some things and remind me to make sure to reach out and call you, or one of our sales reps, one of our customer development reps. But yeah, this is a way for us to make it so that we have everybody like nice and listed in one place. And let me take you over to the payment section right here. So you probably don't need the payment section for, like, if you're an AUM advisor, this is irrelevant. However, if you do project basis or if you do hourly engagements, this is a very snazzy combination of different options for you to do, including actually being able to do digital contracts, like all sorts of different pieces of business here. If you did have a reason to use coupons, which I do, I'll give you a coupon so we can manage all that here. But this is a way for you to do all of the e-commerce if you need it. Next, what a lot of people think that this is most of what the platform does. It does a lot here, but there is a lot more to be said as well. And so right now we have the social planner. This is a way for us to get posts out and everything like that. And the other thing that you can do is that as you're posting this, that you can actually, like, so if you have a service provider making the social media posts for you, they can set them up to be an approval. And so basically they can have everything set up so that way, like, they get all the posts ready and then you review it, make sure it fits your brand message. If you do have some small tweaks to make them, and then schedule it. And you can usually get this sort of thing done in like a relatively short order. So also other things that we can do in here is that there actually is an ad manager, which you can actually integrate this fully with both Facebook ads and Google ads, that you can work your prospects right here. And we actually have some different fun things like countdown timers, brand boards, for example. Actually, we put your company colors in here and then they show up in the right place as you have a builder team come in and do the work, that all the right colors are right there and in front of them. Over here in emails, this is where we send email campaigns. This is how I send you, if you're on our mailing list, this is how we send you stuff. And this is definitely one of the heavy pieces of lifting that it does in here. The editor is pretty easy to use. Let's see. Here's an example of the editor, and just basically, you can drag and drop images and like whatever have you that you need. Like basically we'll set it up so that you have a template that has a top section, place for you to put whatever body you want, and then a salutation signature section right here. So, and also actually this is a very important section of understanding how to disclose privacy and how data is handled. This is a huge cornerstone of what it means to actually land in the primary inbox. And so, like, making sure that this is set up right makes it so that, like, basically if your prospect doesn't get your message because you went to the promo folder or worse, the spam folder, they're never going to know to get that reminder to come and actually sign up for that appointment with you. So this is a really important detail right here that we make sure to take care of. Other things that are important. I'm going to show you a little bit of the Content AI. This is where you can actually see. I suggest that people do a pay-per-use because it's very little. It's pennies for each one of the things. And so it can be that you're doing words right here, and then also there's actually images that the AI system will make as well. So next, I'm going to go over to automations. This is where a lot of the snapshot is really pre-configured, along with all of the like templates over in the messaging, whether it's SMS or email, making sure that that's the right tone for you and ready to go if you so choose to use it and you want to turn it on. And if you don't want it on, you just don't turn it on. Basically, all of these different ones with a name and number sequence relate to different automations. Yours is actually more up to date than mine, so it's going to look a little bit different than this, but it is all of the different automations to just make the magic happen in the background. Just all of the, whether it's a reminder to take down your client meeting notes or a reminder to the prospect or client to make sure to show up for their meeting. That's going to be, tomorrow or in 4 hours. We can have that set up different ways. If you would like to cultivate a community, this is a part of our top tier program that adds in the memberships. But basically, you can have different courses and you can sell them, you can give them away. You can actually have communities in here as well, but this is a way to host with this, you don't need one of the $100 a month web building platforms, because this is a part of what's baked in the cost for you. One of the ways we're delivering value by combining, really putting everything that you need in one platform. And the other part that I wanted to show you here is, let's go here. And I wanted to actually show you the group. So this is part of our premium high-level consulting package right here. And I'm going to log into our free one for you so you can see what that looks like. So you can have different channels and announcements and different groups. Actually have this tied to any sort of lessons that you want. You can, have things locked away and actually, even put up a charge for that, however it is that you want. Put events on here, however you want to cultivate your community. This is here and able to do that for you. So next, we have, I know some folks who are, buying Yext independently. And well, basically, that is also included in this platform, as well as actually there's another add-on to make everything SEO magic through the whole site, and even suggestions and ways to do that for if you have a WordPress site running the front half of everything, for example. But yeah, this actually helps us if you are able to use reviews and give them to everybody and all that. This actually is a guaranteed way to do that because it's an automation. So we can have it set up so that like after a meeting, different ways, like maybe on a annual basis, however it is that you want to be set up, that we just send a reminder of like, hey, do you want to go and review us on Google? Because Google, for the states that do allow it, that is a place you can't take down, put up, vote down, any sort of portion of the process. So it is compliant, in my perspective. And feel free to check with your compliance expert on that, please. Next, let's go over to reporting. So this has reporting on everything, including like when you're on a contact. It actually has a recording of all of your phone conversation, and different pieces of answers on that. And, I'll do calls outbound, all you guys. And yes, this means that this system can replace your business line. And right here, we have a recording of the conversation. So that way, for compliance reasons, like everything is right there and recorded if they want to do any checks for any reasons or whatever. But you have that detail covered, which is good to have. There's also reports on, how well your Google ads are doing. There is actually a local service ad integration. So if you get local service ad management with us, we tie it into this platform and make it so that way everything, like it actually shows you how well or not well your calls are doing. And we can actually even set it up so that we have a separate phone number that is just the, like, these are the ones that we pay for phone number, if that's how you want to have it set up. Yeah, I think by now you've probably read this menu and kind of get like a whole bunch of the rest of the idea. And if you want to know more, schedule a meeting with me with one of the buttons on this. At Marketplace, I don't think you guys need to know this as much, but like just what you do need to know is this thing's a beast. This thing's a beast. And there's basically like, you are using this for financial planning, but like Natasha, my wife, she's a graphic designer. She actually integrates with like Printful and can make it so that she actually has like all of her designs can be printed on demand with this high quality product that's like with her logo like embroidered in and all sorts of stuff. It's very cool. And you might see Score App right here is one of the ones that we have some quizzes that are new with our digital marketer partnership that are based on Score App that you'll probably be seeing in your inbox. There is a mobile app. A whole lot of what I'm showing you works over on the mobile app as well as when the phone calls come in. That we actually have it so that it gets ported over to whichever number you prefer. That can be an office line, that can be cell phones, whatever it is that you need. Speaking of whatever it is that you need, we have this request help page, right? There is a lot that comes just out of the box for this system, but you are probably going to want to make a couple more tailor-made things and tailor-made changes. And so basically you use this form and that gets submitted to our development team, and we take that request and we bill you for the time. We'll have it in another place where you know what that cost is outside of this conversation, but generally $20 to $50 an hour. You can get a lot done for them. This one is just for me. And then the last thing that I wanted to show you, I'm not sure if this will actually pull up with how everything's configured, because this is my account. But basically all of the settings, like if you want to change colors, logos, different pieces about the interface, all of it is master control. But this will be there for you, and it's a great easy button. We don't need to go into too much, but basically I just want to say billing's taken care of. Everything is broken apart for your staff, including like who's responsible for contacts, all that kind of stuff. Structuring opportunities and pipelines, all of that's built in here. This is some different management pieces about the calendars and stuff like that. What I think I really wanted to share in the admin section is some of these AI agents. So the system gets trained on how you write, and as you use it, it continues to improve and understand your brand's voice. And so you can actually use this to create social media posts, help you write emails, whatever have generally I encourage folks to use this on the as needed basis. If you're a very heavy user, there is an ultimate unlimited connection that's $100 a month, but frankly it's usually not that much money for how we need to use the system. This right here is amazing. This is a voice we can have an AI agent pick up the phone and receive those incoming phone do triage, try to set the appointment, and make it so that they actually get most of their needs handled while you're talking to another client. It's pretty great. Email services here. This one, basically, this is how we set up how everything goes out, and makes it so that everything's actually got the right compliance records, the DMARC, a whole bunch of acronyms that you don't need to know, but you do need it done right. We make sure to do that, in all of these different sections. You can buy as many phone numbers as you want. It can be 800 numbers. It can be local to your area. When you decide what area code you want, I would actually like you to or set an appointment with me, because if you're in a major metropolitan, a lot of phone numbers are just sold. So what we have available for you then is actually another group that does brokering for that phone number. So if you want that local phone number and it's not available through I know another way to do it. And by the way, you're going to get the same results with RingCentral, with the Zoom meetings. All of those go to the same parent. So all of the options are the same here, there, or everywhere. So if you need something special, if you do integrate with WhatsApp, there are some amazing options in here. And then this stuff down here, a whole bunch of them. This is part of like custom fields and custom values. It has just information that makes it so that it's unique to, like, it might be putting your phone number wherever it's supposed to be, contact, email, name, logos, all that stuff is some deal value scoring. If you want to talk, we need to talk for you to really get into this, but basically, how do you have it so that activity on the platform shows you how likely a prospect is to actually get off the fence? You can purchase any domain website you want through the platform. This can do anything. Next thing I think I might want to show you here is integrations. This is really important. So you can see it integrates with your calendars, it integrates with your Google account, integrates with your Google. Here's ad stuff. This is Natasha. She doesn't use the ad, so it's not connected. Deep integrations with Facebook and Instagram. QuickBooks. Wave Accounting is the accounting alternative that Boost. And Clio right here is for your lawyer. That lets all that stuff through. Stripe allows the money to pass. Shopify doesn't matter for you. TikTok, if connecting into LinkedIn. Printful that we talked about earlier, including Shippo. This is more for a different business model. Same with WooCommerce. That we actually have a client that's chessforstudents.com, and they sell chess books and chess puzzles. This integration is really useful for them. It won't be. And with that, folks, I think that is actually a pretty good quick summary. Believe it or not, this was on the different ways to use. There is definitely some more to go when it comes to showing you some of the AI capabilities, because it'll make images for you. It'll do writing for you. There is an AI to help make automations and the picking up the phone, and a bunch of other different ways that the AI wizardry comes in and really takes a huge weight off your business and allows you to have that bigger brand presence that we know you want. Thank you very much for your time, and please schedule a meeting if you have further questions.